So we were saying that we don't use the robotic sounds, no, we use improved and developed English. Now, for a vocabulary like this, how is it going? Now, let's recap this part. In this part, we recap how to use, how is it going, and all of these stuff. Now, how is it going here is talking about what? How is it going here? I'm asking you about your updates. So, how can I answer this question? I can say, pretty good, thank you. I can say, very nice. I can say, I'm going well. I can say, I'm doing great. That's how it's going. Also, you can say another thing. You can talk about your activities. Like, for example, you can say, I've been working lately. I've been teaching lately. I've been sleeping. I've been taking day off. Now, let's go for the slide. How is it going? You need to say, pretty good, thank you. Wait for it to load every slide. Yes. Yes. 3 more. Yep. 1 more. Yes. Now let's go for that next. Okay. Now, next one is talking about the robotic sound. We said that the robotic sound we don't use. When I speak, I try to speak my mind up. I try to use my English. You understand? So I try to use my English. Try to use as much English as I have, so I can say speak normally, fluently, and correctly. Okay. Now, when someone asks you how are you, you say, I'm doing good. I'm pretty good. Not bad. Not good. Not nice. Not doing well. Going well. Life is going. And all of these things. Okay. So all of these things are different way of speaking. Okay. Now, what else? What else I don't have? Words in English. Remember the word magic word when we talked about it? What did we say about magic words? Yes, we said that we have some vocabulary, some words in English that if we use them, they will be nice, they will be fine. That's great. Now what are these magic words? Now let's go through some of them. Thank you. After having something done for you, you say thank you. Okay? So after anything, after finishing, thank you very much. Even every time after finishing the session, I say thank you very much. So after having anything done, after doing anything like finishing anything you do, so you say thank you. Okay, now let's continue. Now, next thing, I fixed your car. Thank you very much. So I fixed your car. So that thing, I fixed your car. So I fixed your car. That means what? Yes. So I've done something for you. So you should thank me. So I've done something for you. You should thank me. Thank you very much. Now let's continue. Okay. Next slide. Please. Now, I said when someone does something for you, you say thank you. Okay. Like for example, fix your car. Thank you very much. I've brought you chocolate. Thank you very much. Okay. Like when I say, for example, I've called the airport for you. Thank you very much. So anyone does anything for me, so I say thank you. Now let's go for another thing. Please, when someone asks for something, someone asks you for something, okay? Like for example, please, can you tell me what time it is? Okay. Can you give me this book, please? Can you come with me tomorrow to the airport, please? All of these are please things. Go next. Could you tell me where the park is, please? And we've talked about this. Yes. Okay. We said something about what? We have. direct, direct question and indirect question. Direct question and indirect question. Now what's that? Now let's write it like this, okay? Could you tell me where the park is, please? Could you tell me where the park is, please? And I can say, where is the park? Now, what's the difference between these two questions? We agreed before. What's the difference? Yes, the difference here is one of them is direct, one of them is indirect. It's that. Now, the direct question, when I ask you like this, okay, so the direct question, when I ask you like this, what's that? When I say, for example, where is the park? Okay, where is the park? So I'm asking you a direct question, so we'll say, the park is on 5th Avenue, or the park is on the next street, or the park is at 21 Abdurrahman Muhammad Street. So you see? So different things. Okay. This is the direct question. I ask you where the park. Now indirect question is when I use a polite language. What's polite? Polite, I'm being nice. Someone I don't know. So it's like this. So the direct question is like this. Here, okay, I have where, I have is, I have the, here we have where, the first thing, then we have is, which is the verb, then we have where, we have is, we have that, and we have the part. Where is the part? Okay. So, subject and the verb, I bring the subject after the verb in the question, the direct question. And I will tell you, I'll answer this question like this. The park is on 5th, the 5th Avenue. So the park is on the 5th Avenue. Okay? Or the park is on Pine Avenue, Michael Avenue, Pine. Any name, a name for a street or an avenue. So that's the thing. Now, what's the difference between street and avenue? Now, if we're trying to talk about it like this. Okay, so this is like a drawing for a street. Okay? Now let's talk about it. Now, in the street we have something. What's that thing? What's this? This is called a lane. This is called a lane. A lane in what? In a street. Now, if we're talking about that street, we have 3 lanes here with 3 lanes here. So, 3 or 3? 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, now we have 2 ways. This street is this way, and this street is, so one is this way and one is that way. Now, what's that? This has 6 lanes. 6 lanes. 1, okay, we're trying to count them. 1, sorry. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lanes. So when I have like a street has 6 lanes, so we call it what? We call it Okay? Now the street is one lane and a second. One and one. Two lanes. That's the street. But the avenue is the big one. So the big one is called an avenue. Big one is called an avenue. Avenue. So here, let's go back to our things here. So we said here, the park is on Pine Avenue. Okay? Now, could you tell me please where the park is? Okay, here we know in the question we have is, then the park. Then we have park. Yes. Here this is called indirect question. Now what is the indirect question? Now, here, if we're talking about this question, okay, in this question, where is the tool? The tool of the question. So when you say, for example, the tool. What is the tool of the question? Yes, the tool of the question here is this one. Is this? The tool of the question here is, yes, is where. Where. Or it's two different colors. So here, the tool of the question here is where. Okay? So where? Where is the park? Now let's go for the next one here. This example. Let's move it from here. Let's move it down. Okay, here, where is the tool of the question? So in this example, where is the tool of the question? Yes, it's could. So could is the tool of the question. So we're trying here to put something like this here. Tool. So this is the tool of the question. So that's the tool of the question. Right? So the tool of the question here, could. How about here? Where? Where is what here? Where is a link between sentences? Link. So it's a link. Now let's try to think about it. Now here, in here, this was a question. In here it's what? A sentence in the question. Again. So if I said it like this, where is the park? That's the question. That's my question. Where is the park? No, but okay. So before we start, we were talking about the avenue. So the avenue is divided into lane. So as we said here, lane means avenue. Now then we talked about the direct and indirect question. Direct and indirect question, as we said, to recap what we said, direct question, I put, yes, here, where here is a link between sentences. So if we're talking about where here is a link. This is not the tool of the question, a link. So we change the second part into a sentence. So when I change it into a sentence, then okay. So that means what? That means like I put the verb after the subject, the part. Now let's continue this part. So yeah, sure. Go straight and find it on your right. Excuse me. That's the third magic word. Excuse me. When you ask someone for something polite, like for example, excuse me, can I borrow your pen? Excuse me, can you give me your paper? Excuse me, can you help me in that? Excuse me, can you help me in my homework? And so on. So excuse me when you ask someone for doing something to you. So these are the three magic words. Now let's talk about all of them, and let's put first excuse me in a sentence. Put excuse me in a sentence. Okay, so, okay, excuse me. Could you tell me what time it is? You see, again, indirect question. What here is not the tool of the question. It's what? Yes, it's a link between two sentences. So here, we're linking two sentences. So again here, I put the same correct thing again. It's not is it, no, it is. Okay? So yeah, sure. It's 9:30. Now let's continue to the next slide. Now, so again, so in these things, excuse me, could you tell me what time it is? So he said, yeah, sure. Could you tell me where the park is? Yeah. Go straight to find it on your right. These are the two sentences are indirect questions. So now we have like 3 magic words. Thank you, please, and excuse me. These magic words are very important in the normal day talking. You need them a lot when you speak to anyone. So when you speak to anyone, you need to vocabulary. They will help you a lot. Okay? Now, so for example, you've done something for me, so I say, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, that means I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay? Also, if I want you to do something to me, so you say what? Yes. You say, huh. Yeah. You say, yeah, excuse me. Or you can say, please, can you do that for me? So these are like the 3 magic words. Thank you, please, and excuse me. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. So now we have how are you doing? How are you doing? So that's a question I can ask. How are you doing? How are you doing is equal to how are you, but it is what it's a slang. It's a way of friendly talk. It's how to talk friendly to people. So how are you doing? I'm doing great. Or I say I'm fine. Or I say I'm great. Perfectly nice. And so on. Okay? Now, so let's go again. Let's go next. Okay, next one. Next one is what? Yes, it's how we write and how do we pronounce it. Now, we don't say, how are you doing? No, we say, how are you doing? So again, you say, how are you doing? Okay, you say, how are you doing? So you say what? How are you doing? So how are you doing? Like this. How are you doing? Again. So how are you doing? How are you doing? It's not how are you doing. So how are you doing? Okay. That's how you say it. That's how we deal with it. Okay. Think. How are you doing? Now let's go next. Okay, so in this slide we have here, what's he like? Okay, so what's he like? What's he like? What's the meaning, okay, of what's he like? Yeah, last time we compared this part with another part which is, what's he like? What does he look like? What does he look like? So I'm asking about what? Yes, a facial expression. Now, what's he like? I'm asking about what? What he like? I'm asking about what? Yes, personality. Now, what does he look like? It's a facial expression, facial conditions. I'm asking about his appearance. What does he look like? Okay. Now, what does he look like? What does he look like? So, what does he look like? I'm asking about what? I'm asking about his appearance. What does he look like? What's he like? I'm asking about what? personality. So I'm asking about personality traits. Okay? So let's go and see, like, so what's he like? Now how to answer this question? Yes, I have different answers. I have, he's nice, he's funny, he's boring, he's interesting, he's active, she's lazy, she's smart, she's brave, she's witty. Okay, what's witty? That's a new word. So what is witty? Okay, so here we have a word. What's witty? Okay, so what's witty here? Witty, that means she's funny and smart. That's witty. Okay, now I left it empty here so you can give me a new one. A new characteristic. Think of one. She's what? Something from what we took last time. Yes, careful. Very nice. And we said, what's the opposite of careful? So what's the opposite of careful? Careless. Very nice. So I have here careful and careless. So we have a so careful and careless. Careful, the opposite of careful is careless. Very nice. Okay, let's go next. Since and for. So what's the difference between since and for? Before we go to this, we have to take examples. So let's write examples about since. I have been living here since 1995. I've been living here for. So we have two different examples here. Two different examples. What are they? So the first one is I've been living here since 1995, and I've been living here for 10 years. I've been living here since 1995, I've been living here for 10 years. What's that? Now, in here, it's like this. Here, I give a specific point here. Okay, sorry, before we pause, we're talking about since and for. So what are the differences between since and for? Now, let's pay attention to this. Since is since a specific point. For is for. Since is since a specific point. For is since a specific point. For is for a period of time. Now here, for example, I've been working here since 2013. We are 2015. So 2 years. So since 2013, that's a specific point. 2 years, that's a period of time. Okay? So now let's go here, the explanation. So since used to talk about specific point in the past, but for is used for what? Talking about, yes, a period of time. Okay. Okay, so today we've recapped lots of things. We've recapped since and for, recapped the present perfect. We've recapped lots of things we talk about today. Okay? Now, one last thing we will watch, then we will go. Something we've watched before, but let's recap the same thing again. Since and for with that present perfect.
I'm not surprised, not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track. talk myself in, I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. I tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. And I know someday that it'll all turn out. You'll make me work so we can work to work it out. And I promise you, kid, that I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby, your love is gonna change me. And now I can see every possibility. And somehow I know that it'll all turn out. And you'll make me work so we can work to work it out. And I promise you, kid, I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. They say all's fair in love and war, but I won't need to fight it. We'll get it right, we'll be united. I know that we can be so amazing. And being in your life is gonna change me. And now I can see every single possibility. And someday I know it'll all turn out. And I'll work to work it out. Promise you, kid, I'll give more than I get. Then I get, then I get, then I get. Oh, you know it'll all turn out. And you'll make me work so we can work to work it out. And I promise you can to give so much more than I get. Yeah, I just haven't met you yet. I just haven't met you yet. You can to give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. So yeah, I just haven't met you yet.
My mind, I thought the song is going to be nice. So the song is about present perfect, how to speak in the present perfect. We said, I just haven't met you yet. Okay? And we've said all the things. Okay? So today we talk about sentence form, how to speak normal English, normal languages, and lots of things, and also we've spoken about all the things that we've taken in level 8. Okay? I hope you do fine in the exam. This was Ahmed Ragab from the Academic Professional Training. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.